Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to episode 79 of Ash Williams' Project Zomboid, which originally aired live on Twitch. Now, if I look at my temperature here, I am very well insulated. I'm actually like overheating with how hot I am, so place. So here's my gun lockers. And then everything in these boxes I'm going to move over one to make room for the dryer next to the locker. And this stuff will just hold my fire supplies. Then we'll have the dryer here. Stick this thing back. And then that right locker will just be all the ammo. So let's spend a second to grab the ammo. I have so many boxes of ammo as I've been collecting them over the months. Axes break, but I have a lot of glue. Nails are not really a limited resource for me. I have a stupid amount of nails. So yeah, like if I was to build a lot of pointless projects and then break them down and then build them again and then break them down, okay, eventually it will catch up to me. I will agree to that. But for the most part, my dude has so much building materials and almost no need for building materials that like I can build whatever I want. It doesn't really matter as long as I have trees to cut down and I'm surrounded by forests. So, you know, I am living large here. So all of the pre-boxed ammo will go straight in. And then I can start to place the other rounds into boxes. Nope, wrong box. Ah. Alright, there's still more bullets left. But this organization was long overdue. I haven't had a, like a dedicated bullet box in a long time. Or ever. So I think that's all of my firearms and materials. And all these boxes, all these temporary boxes are going to move, too. I'm eager to do that as well. Alright, so here's the loose ammo. Okay, we have 33 kilograms of bullets. Where's the base located? West Point. We are in the large warehouse of West Point. I have a lot of garbage bags. It wouldn't be a terrible idea to have even more water collectors, but I'm already sporting a ton of them. There's been no valuable info. Okay. That's fine, as long as you tried. I mean, I hate to crowdsource it. It's just hard for me to, you know, it's not like I'm going to want to pause the stream and do the research myself. I figured it's a sphere of influence, but you know what we could do? You all, if you want, can submit a goal of me experimenting with the game mechanics of insulation and heat, if you'd like. And I'm happy to do that. If that gets voted up, to figure out exactly what the mechanics are. Because, I mean, I do that kind of stuff for complicated games like this. So most of these boxes are pretty well emptied. I'm going to take out anything. Jacks and lug wrenches would be tools. I'm gonna treat rope like a building material, and sheet rope like a building material. Twine, glue, screws, magazines for reading, maps are for burning, and start to sort this out a little bit better, so we don't just have like random boxes in the middle of the room. And then I can, yeah. start to have a nicer home. Rope and sheet rope. And screws and twine. Wood glue. Shelves in my kitchen for herbalism and stuff? Yeah. The only issue with shelves is they... Oh, whoops, wrong shelf. The only issue with shelves is they don't provide a whole lot of storage for the carry weight. Or for the size that they consume or whatever. They're bulky, in other words. The hair dyes can go into the kitchen somewhere. Tarps and tent kits. Let me take this entire box. And that box is going to be placed here for a third tier of electrical. So that we get this pile of electricity crap off the ground. Finally. I've got a spare water bottle. I like the concept of wall shelves, but they're... What's difficult, what I don't like about them is they're hard to interact with because they sometimes block interaction points with other stuff. And they don't store that much. They have very limited storage. So I'm just put like hair dye in the corner here that I don't really care about. A display case? That's a good idea. So, let's see. Construction, electrical, construction, tools, guns, tools. Okay, so this box is good. Let's hoist this box out of there and place it, because we're going to need more construction stuff soon. We'll put the red dot with the guns. All of this electrical stuff. Except for the wire. Oh my lord. There's a lot of it. Okay. I transferred all, but there's some stuff that should grab. The broom and the shovel. And the wire. Things are looking nicer. Things are definitely looking nicer. My character could be a little happier, I will say. I'm bored, tired, depressed, anxious. You name it. I probably suffer it from it. And fixed, just about. Alright, these spare popsicle fridges I'm going to move to some obscure corner. I'll just move over here with the... where will I put them? I'll just put them here, I guess. Because this is where they'll eventually be set up. I just don't want to set them up yet because I'd pay to power them. And yeah, I don't need this storage yet. So I don't need to be burning. And then, I do think that there's a valid point about, okay, splint is medical supplies. There's a valid point of having these sort of mortar pestle type stuff, stored in the kitchen. Because they're ingredients and whatnot, I guess. I don't know. So I'll probably create shelves for it, because it sounds like you guys want shelves. For chipped stone and stone, I don't know. I'm just going to put them in the tool shelf. Or, you know, I probably even need a separate box. Actually, this box. I'll decide to place this box somewhere for, like, that stuff. I'll put this all on the floor. Pick this box up. Stone. I'll put that outside. We don't want, like, a box of stone indoors anyway, right? Hey, you burned out. Cool. So I'll put my box of, like, stone and stuff here next to the composter. I think that makes sense. Because I, for one, don't, like, carry garden stones in my house. Like, I would keep them outside. I think most civilized people would do that. Magazines. Some of these gas cans here need to be refilled. I'm just keeping a bunch of empty gas cans, you know, right next to my generator where you want them, right? Splint goes into med supplies, which is almost full. Broom goes over here. I'm going to round up my ducks and stick them around the campfire so that they stay warm. Someone asked me what happens when you stick a battery in them. Honestly, I have no idea. Let's try that. Give me a battery. I have 100 batteries. I'm a millionaire! Where is the duck battery thing? Duck. Okay, that's interesting. I have a duck and I have a battery, and I can't make a duck battery. I guess it's a bugged recipe? Because, I mean, I'm staring at a rubber duck right here. I don't know. It's not... I have no idea. Wrong type of duck? I don't think there's, like... Yeah, I don't know. All I know is I can't do it, so I can't tell you what happens when you do it. Alright, so there's all my ducks. This is far cleaner of a base than it was. Okay, you know what? Forget these I can't place the party hats and they always look wrong, so I'm gonna just put them in the clothing bin. Sorry, hats. No silly hats allowed. Is there anything in the ducks? No. You can't really even tell, like, when you look at a duck, right, you can't even tell if there's something in the duck or not. It's not even something you're allowed to do. So I have my depression stew. Trying to keep my weight up. Just eating a raw potato like a monster. So what do I need? I need shelves left. And I think there's enough time in the day, even though it's nighttime, that I could just quickly get a shelf. Ooh, it's freezing out, though. Oh. Did I just hurt myself? Yes. I tripped over a tree I couldn't see. Well, death to you, tree. At least I didn't sprain something. That would have sucked. Nothing like getting seriously injured due to home reno. But it was kind of weird. I mean, I'm sure it was really dark, so it was hard to tell. But when I fell into the tree, I, like, fell multiple times. It was very glitchy. You know, I actually don't... I have a box... Hold on. Let me just put these logs away. I have a box that could accommodate all this stuff here. No, I don't want the ducks. I can't deselect the ducks. What the heck? Duck off. Uh-oh. I don't think I need shelves because I have empty cupboards over here. There is an argument to be made, and maybe I'll poll for this, for something for me to work on first thing tomorrow morning. But the argument would be the metal, the chrome shelving that's downstairs. Would it look better in the kitchenette, or just keep the wood stuff? And before we call this, I feel like I did sort enough away that I can safely say I did my due diligence. So we'll start working on that next task soon too. Okay, everything looks right. Chrome in the kitchen. I don't know if the chrome can do corners though. That's one thing I'm gonna have to figure out before I bother pulling for it. But I'll put up the option. Oh, this looks so much nicer. All right, let me put the dumbbells away because in the history of owning these dumbbells, I've used them once. So it's slightly triggering for real life for me to have dumbbells that I don't use because it hurts my feelings IRL staring at dumbbells that never get used as someone that should exercise 1,000 times more than I currently do. I won't be taunted by that. And let's put everything away. It does look nice. It looks yeah, it's perfectly realistic that I have them and never use them. I guess it hurts my feelings though, is what I'm saying. Yeah, all right, so let's save and work on what you voted on. Sorry that I left this poll up for so long, but the reorganized storage... Oh, that was that poll? Okay, this is the... I'm going to unpause redemption here for a second. And, because we only have 5 options, and I'll take 1 more, or 2 more. Wow, I'm doing good. I've eaten a bowl of cereal today, so I guess compared to you, I'm perfectly fit as a fiddle. Ooh, Cruzio, I like that one. Okay, so let's pause it. Posture check. Got it. Build a proper bedroom. Just got added. And build a shrine to the sledge. There you go. Have a vote. And then I'm also going to nest another poll here. And this is a Twitch poll, so I can't see it, but the Twitch poll is for the kitchen, chrome or wood. So you can decide 2 polls running concurrently. I know, crazy, right? But there it is. All right, I just had a mega hiccup, so I am going to quickly reboot the game. Because I am definitely not going to suffer that nonsense if I can avoid it. I'm having to do it a lot more often than usual, though. Because of more explored areas, I'd say so, but I've actually done a full reload since the last explored area, so I'm not really sure. But probably. The sledge weighs heavier in the game. Hey, Ban! Welcome, Ban Raiders. You come at a very good time, because right now... Oh boy, American Truck Simulator for a second day. So, for all of you that don't know, Banlish has streamed for, what is it, 1997? 8 days in a row? Something like that? So if you want someone that is unbelievably consistent, incredibly entertaining, with insightful commentary, and reaches out to his community amazingly well, go follow Banlish. I know... Generally, when other streamers will shout me out, I will maybe get 1 follow per 100 raiders. But honestly, as you all know, I don't generally speak praises of other streamers, even if they deserve it, because I'm really bad at that. But Banlish is definitely worth checking out. I don't spend a lot of time of my personal time watching Twitch, but if I do, it would be to support people that support my channel, or to just watch someone like Banlish, who's always and forever probably will be entertaining. It hurts so much. I know. Like, part of me feels like there's almost not even a point to shout people out properly, because I know the ratio. It's like 1 in 100 might follow up with a follow, and that's fine. It's fine, right? That's just the way it works. People have their preferences. They want to discover streamers for themselves, and people are very disingenuous as to speak praises for others. I get it. It's normal. It's very easy for someone to be like, oh, yeah, they're incredible, and like internally they're like, yeah, whatever. Like, I'll just say it. I don't necessarily need to mean it. And that's probably 99% of what a raid shoutout would be. And that's the problem, is it becomes sort of meaningless. But for the band raiders here, we are... we're just voting on what we're doing. Something momentous happened to me about, what, like 40 minutes ago? Something like that? An hour ago? Where for the past... This is stream number... I don't know. This is probably hour number 80 of playing this series or something like that. We finally found a sledgehammer, which is a significantly important tool in Zomboid. So here's my little sledgehammer. A sledgehammer is like a dev tool in Zomboid, where you can just point it at something and say, hey, go destroy. I can destroy walls, I can destroy pillars, I can destroy everything. So the problem with... One of the concepts of Zomboid is, if you live on a second story floor, if you live on the second story of a building and you use a sledgehammer to destroy the stairs from the second story, from the first floor to the second floor, you're safe. Like, nothing can mess with you. And I, for 4 months in game, have not been able to find a sledgehammer, and we found one yesterday. It has become a deep, deep meme of this channel that I will never, ever, ever find a sledgehammer. So finally finding one, it was just incredible. Very cathartic. So that's what this orange text here is, sledgehammer found, because I've been searching for one for legitimately real life months playing this, and we finally got one. So we have been remodeling our base accordingly. But right now what we're doing is we're just voting on what I work on next. And I guess my farming just leveled up. Huh. We're now farming 7. I have no idea what benefits we achieve with farming 7. But it's better than farming 6. Yeah, I've been streaming this series every Sunday for like 3 months. 3 real-life months. So I've been searching for a sledgehammer for like 3 real-life months in this game. And it's not that rare of a tool. That's the kicker. There are some weapons in Zomboid that are incredibly rare, like a katana. Like, as one could imagine, a real-life katana, finding it in rural Kentucky in, you know, in 1993. Oh, good luck, right? You're not going to find a katana. But a sledgehammer is actually not supposed to be as rare as it has been for me. So the fact that I finally found one was just like, you know, winning the lottery. Despite the fact that it, you know, it really shouldn't have been as rare as well, you know, I was suffered to believe. So let's go ahead and rearm my traps and start working on build a proper bedroom. I like that. So build a bedroom. So here's a quick question for you all. Well, no. I was going to ask if I should build the bedroom on the first floor or the second floor, but I'm just going to build on the second floor. I think building on the first floor runs the risk of danger unnecessarily. To be fair, Casse Valis, I have died twice. As you can see, I have a death counter here. And we have a rule where I sacrifice ducks, little rubber duckies, when I die. Because I'm not the most veteran player. I would consider, if there's interest, once I finish up this series, to do another series of Zomboid where I'm like dead is dead on apocalyptic difficulty or something like that. But I'm not, you know, I'm not a ace at Zomboid. I'm human and I make human mistakes. So, I have died twice, or actually technically 3 times, but 1 didn't count. And for that reason, you know, we do have that death counter there. But I can show you around real quick. So you've seen the top floor here. This is my loft. I built the whole thing from scratch. The first floor, of course, is a factory floor. And then, ooh, it's cold. This is my rooftop farm, which probably won't yield much of anything anymore because it is it's November 8th in game. And the first floor of my factory is all barricaded up with beater cars like here, as you can see. The beater cars cover the windows so that zombies can't get to the windows to bash them. That window doesn't look like it has boards, though. I might have to fix that. We are in West Point, in the large warehouse of West Point, and my taxi cab is missing a windshield. Once I found the sledgehammer, I may have drank a whole bottle of bourbon in game and then drove home drunk and smashed my car up to bits. But I quite honestly don't have any regrets. No regrets at all. So I'll be building a proper bedroom in a minute, and before I do that, I do want to rearm the traps. So these traps are just for rabbits. Where's my other trap? Did it get destroyed? There are some sort of cyclical tasks like rearming and rebaiting traps. I think my other one got destroyed. I can't find it. Alright, Rovum. Have a good day. Oh, this one has a rabbit. Today's goal is just to build a little bedroom for ourselves. One of the things that I don't know about this game is the mechanic of heat. So I know that if you wear heavy clothing, if you take a look at the temperature tab, if you wear heavy clothing for insulation, like I'm very, very, very well insulated. The red is like heavily insulated. You stay warmer, but we are heading into the winter, and I did have a question of how the heat mechanic works, because there is something in this game called an antique oven, and the antique oven allows you to, you know, it's a wood stove, it's a wood oven that allows you to stay warm in the winters, but I don't know how it works. I know that it gives off heat, but I don't know if it's a finite amount of heat given radius, or if it heats the room depending on the size of the room. So that's something I actually want to figure out, because if it does get really, really cold, it wouldn't be a terrible idea for me to set up a bedroom or a small room for me to have as a bedroom to keep warm in the winter. Because the way this game works, like if you have really dirty clothing and you yourself are really dirty and you get injured, you have a higher risk of infection from, you know, injuries and whatnot. So you do need to relatively regularly clean your clothing. And if I'm naked in a base that's like icy cold, I'm just going to die of hypothermia. So there's... Man, I am dropping traps like crazy. My traps are getting destroyed. So today's goal is, I think, even though up here in the teal we have build a bedroom, I think the first thing I want to do before building the bedroom is to figure out the heating mechanic, to figure out if it's beneficial for us to have a small enclosed bedroom that's that can stay warmer, or if that's not how heat works. So we're going to do a little bit of a science first. Oh, one of my vids on the, yeah, it started play. Yeah, there's so around my base, I've killed hundreds of zombies and really gone to great lengths to remove them all. But there are places nearby where legitimately it is swarming with zombies. That's just a few generators? Yeah, just a few. We are finally to the point where we need a second popsicle fridge. That is how much food that we have saved up. That's definitely going to make our power consumption brutal, but whatever. It's also very noisy. I may at some point want to move those icy fridges away, like downstairs or something where it's not noisy. If the noise is bothering you, let me know, and you can always submit that as a goal for me to work on. So let's figure out the heating mechanic, shall we? So right now, I know it's in tiny, tiny text, but it's 47.6 Fahrenheit in this room. So what I'm going to do is add a plank and see the temperature difference in the room. So light a fire with the rip sheets and a lighter. So 47 to 65 is the difference here. 47 minus 65. So, you know, it went up about 18 degrees-ish, just a little bit shy. And as I move away from this stove, it's 47.7. Still 47.7. If I get close... Oh, you know what? I ran out of fuel. Add fuel. I meant to add the plank earlier. Okay, it's 78. 76... 78, so it's 78 directly adjacent. So 47 minus 78, so we got about a 31-ish degree, 30 degree increase. And it seems to be a radius. As the further I move away from it, the cooler it becomes. But it is a, you know, actually, with, while I'm doing this experiment, I am going to strip naked and actually do some laundry. Because my clothing is disgustingly bloody and dirty, and if I get cut, I'm gonna... Oh, look at me. I'm so gross. So as we're doing this heat experiment here, let me feed the fire, just so it doesn't go out. I'm going to wash up. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the... Oh, don't put in the container. Add as plank. Alright, so as we're washing up, I'm going to take the other oven and put it downstairs in a very, very small room, like in a bathroom or something, and see if it's a significant difference to temperature, so that I can understand. Because as you can see, now I'm far enough away from the... It's 48 Fahrenheit where I'm standing right now. I'm far enough away from the wood oven that I'm not benefiting from it at all. So... Oh, I still have my watering can. Okay, so I'm nice and clean. Barefoot. Clean. Oops. Put the watering can away. Don't need that. Oh, those radishes are good to go when we're ready. Yeah, Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead is like a lower graphic, but more complex version of Zomboid. Is the TLDR. I think it was a fair thing to say. Project. What did I get for farming 7? Let me try to check that out on the wiki. It doesn't really say, does it? No. Cool. Thanks, wiki. Useful as always. Apparently you burn gas in the oven? Our ovens in this game are electric, not gas. Man, I might need to add more fuel. Let me grab a log. Huck that in. So not knowing too much about the game mechanics, I'm not 100% certain about if we can even set fire to the base or anything like that. Let's read a magazine. I wish I was even a slower reader. so I could enjoy reading a magazine. But we'll have a little bit of a story time here. Yoda, you want to join me? We'll have some story time with the ducks. Keeping toasty. So here, you'll see the skin response, body insulation. So as you can see, I have normal skin temperature and body response. So I'm not shivering or anything like that. But I have no insulation because obviously I'm just in my tidy whities. Oh, my clothes are in the dry. Oh, I'm a dummy. Turn off. Switch. I moved my where my washer and dryer was relative to one another, so I put them in the wrong spot. Oh well. Let's go back to reading. Yeah, I'll just pass the time. There we go. They were just warm and smelly, yeah. Well, we fixed it. Now, like some crazy person, I'm just gonna watch my clothing get dry. Oh, so the thing with farming is time till next phase? That's awesome. And we're done. So grab all this. So in a large room, we got about a 30-degree increase in ambient or so. So I'll take a look at what we get if I put the heater in a small room, and that will inform us what kind of bedroom we're going to want to make. So plain dress up. Clean. So nice and so clean and clean. All right, you. Let me get the... Well, I'll move the oven first. So here's the oven. I like how I can climb over the icy. Yeah, wood heater in a small windowless room. Obviously, in real life, you die of carbon monoxide poisoning pretty quickly. Do you have a way to store some food long term? Yes, you do. I'll show you that in just a second. So I think this bathroom is probably one of the smallest rooms in the base. So I'll put the antique oven in one corner of the bathroom and see about the heat it produces. It's warmer down here, though. I think it's just warmer ambient. So this isn't exactly a fair test. I might need to wait until midday tomorrow. Which means that this, oh, you know, it's because this thing's still on, probably. Put fire out. Wow, it got cold so fast. But it is, the ambient temperature is 57, so it's 10 degrees warmer than it was before. So it's not exactly a fair, fair science experiment. So storing food long term, you can can it. So I have canned cabbage, carrots, and potatoes. And to can things, you need sugar, vinegar, a jar lid, water, and a heat source. And you can can it, and it preserves it for like 3 or 4 times its normal shelf life or so. So there's no way to perfectly preserve things forever. For that, you just need to find the canned goods, but there's definitely a way to elongate its longevity. So now what you're saying is I can just inspect time till next phase. Oh, I guess not. But these radishes are harvestable. Must be next level? Yeah. Well, thanks for trying to look it up. I don't really know at what point in the game is it going to be pointless for me to continue farming, because we are headed deep into the winter, right? So the times for freezing canned goods should be a lot longer. True. This game isn't even really designed for you to like live that long. Like, I think the game is sort of designed that you die pretty early on, so I think that's one of the reasons why there's such a short lifespan of food. Because pickled stuff obviously should last a lot longer than it does in this game, right? Like if I pickle cabbage or potatoes or something like that, its shelf life shouldn't just be like a few months. That doesn't really make that much sense at all. But whatever, it's just the way the game's designed. Like, yeah, I agree. I would be okay with it even lasting forever, rather than having a temporary shelf life, because that's not completely unrealistic for game mechanic wise. But that's not the direction the developers went. The game developers love to make everything they can possibly make super hardcore, and so everything in this game is just like a ridiculous feat of you know, brutality to survive long term. So let's go ahead and try to have a fair assessment. This will be like rough science. I wouldn't really... This isn't reliable, but we'll just see what kind of temperature increase that we generate. I do think that we might want to wait until it's colder, because I think what ends up happening is that the stoves there probably have a max temp that it can raise the temperature, and if I you know, if it's warmer, it's not that fair of an experiment. It does seem like, however, that the first floor is a little bit warmer than the second floor. No, maybe not. Not enough to matter. Here, Ben, something you'd like. My gun collection with all my boxes of ammo. I have so many bullets here. I haven't been using my firearm basically at all, because in Zomboid it's a way to just attract a whole lot of unwanted attention to get yourself annihilated. So I've been keeping my head down, and as a result I have an enormous weapon collection. And I think I probably will at some point do an everyday carry of like a revolver or something like that, once the population where I am gets whittled down a little bit more than it currently is. There's still, I would argue that there's still too many zombies in town for me to safely fire firearms. America. Yeah, firearms are pretty useful in luring zombies from point A to point B, but only if you're ready to deal with the consequences. So using them anywhere near home can end up getting you killed really, really, really fast. Let me clean some of this garbage up. Take these planks. This is just stuff that's been sitting here forever. Yeah, so the reason I have so many sheet ladders is that now that zombies don't have access to the second floor, the only way I can get to the second floor is via sheet ladder. But zombies can pull down sheet ladders, which means that if I want to not have my access to my base be cut from zombies, I need a sheet ladder. You know, I need to add a bunch of sheet ladders. Because if you only have one sheet ladder and a zombie pulls your sheet ladder down, you have to build an entire staircase just to get back into your base, which is pretty brutal penalties. So I have sheet ladders everywhere, and I have some sheet ladders that are actually walled up, like this one, that is barricaded from a car. So literally a zombie could never pull that sheet ladder down because they can't access that sheet ladder. It's blocked off from a vehicle, which means that, like, even in the worst of worst cases that zombies do pull all my sheet ladders down, there's still some sheet ladders left that I'll be able to move a vehicle and gain access to. So it's sort of foolproof. Not truly foolproof, but it's pretty well protected. I don't suspect that even if I was reckless and started firing guns from my own base, that I would reach a point that I would get overrun, just because of how all the investments that I've made into protecting this spot. Essentially saying that my base is invulnerable. Functionally, it is invulnerable. There's no damage that zombies can do to the first floor, so all that could happen if I made a lot of noise and got myself surrounded is I would be stuck in here. But I have, except for ignition materials, you know, except for being able to set fires to stay warm in the winter, I have enough. Like, I have an infinite supply of water. I have a near infinite supply of power. So it would suck, but I could probably survive for, like, months without even leaving my base. And if I designed it a little bit better, I could survive even longer than that. I just haven't bothered to improve it like that. Joey Liquid, thanks for the resub. I think my alerts are broken, though. My alert noises, that sucks. So yeah, original buildings can't be torn down. Only things that I construct myself. So none of the factory walls were built by me. They were all original buildings, and therefore zombies can't damage them. Zombies can only break furniture, like stuff that you can pick up in place, and doors and windows and things like that. They can't break walls. They can break player-built walls, but not default walls. So this factory here, all of the default doors are barricaded up with vehicles, and zombies can't damage vehicles, not yet. I suspect that somewhere on the horizon, zombies will be able to damage vehicle walls, and then everybody's strategies will go out the window. If zombies could break... Oh, my power is shut off. I'm just using generators. Yeah, once zombies can break vehicles, oh boy, that's gonna be a thing. All right, so you guys wanted me to move the corkboard upstairs. I'll do that. So let's do the furnace experiment. So it's 51 down here, and we will light it and add fuel. Oh, crap. I put all my fuel away. Hurry! My character's so, like, physically exhausted. Up. Yeah, the sort of low rumbling that you can hear is the it's the generator that I am running for my power. If they give them the ability to destroy original walls, that would be pretty brutal. I wonder if I could just add fuel. No, I have to relight it. Maybe there's a... Is there a rag down here or something? Scrap wood. I'll just have to go back upstairs. Usable metal or scrap wood. How do I have infinite power with generators? So I live across the street from a gas station that has infinite gasoline, which would have solved the colonial pipeline hacking. But technically speaking, I don't have an infinite power because I don't have an I haven't fully secured the gas station. So it is possible that the gas station gets overrun and it stops me from being able to refuel easily. But functionally speaking, the amount of fuel that I have stored already in my base is like a year's worth. I could probably run my generators for like easily a year, and I have enough electrical components to repair my generators and enough generators that even if one broke down, I still have like 10 more. That it's, you know, it's functionally infinite. That is one glow. So it looks like there's still the same old radius drop off in a small. Oh, enjoy your meal. Cheers. Bon appetit. So yeah, I think we've scienced this enough that there's like a maximum amount of heat that it can produce up to about 78 Fahrenheit. It doesn't get any hotter than that, it looks like. So it's not like if you light a stove and it's like 90 Fahrenheit, it's not going to get any warmer, I don't think. I could be wrong about that. But it does look like, whatever the case may be, there's a, it's just a radius. It's just a radius. It produces about 30 degrees worth of heat at a radius. Oh, it's too heavy. So then the other question, the last question I have is, can we overlap them? That is the very last question that I will answer before building this bedroom. And I know this is a long delay, but we needed answers. Yo, just climb, dude. Come on, man. I hate when they're like, oh, I don't know where I'm going. And all of the wood that I have here is so that I can build that bedroom. Or, you know, all the logs that I grabbed. Oh yeah, I could light one up at the farm too. Yeah, let me do that. Light it up outside and see if it's a indoor-outdoor thing. Another thing that I haven't checked is if I need to replumb my sink. Because there's a possibility that I do. Because I removed a window. Alright, so let's check if outdoor... I'll check if outdoors work tomorrow. Well, no, it's cold enough now. If I wait till tomorrow, I'll lose the opportunity to have a cold thing. So place here. It's 35 Fahrenheit out. Let me go get a rag. It's too bad this isn't more skill strength building. Because my dude is so exhausted. I can't even walk fast. Yeah, if they don't stack, I could keep a large area with two. And I think at the hunting cabin in Valley Point, there's a third oven that I left behind. There's no way to set up a greenhouse, no. So let's add a log. And light it. Okay, yeah, that brought the temperature up about 30 degrees, and it is a radius. So I don't think that the oven has any concept of indoor-outdoor. I don't think it really matters. Because it is about 34 here. Right? 34 Fahrenheit. And I get adjacent to this, and it raises up to 64. So, yep, okay, we figured it out. It's radius only. Indoor, outdoor has no bearing. Does not matter. That's cool to know. That's good to know. That's useful. That means that, I think a good place for this other oven would be here. The stove would be somewhere here, so it blankets this area. And then this one blankets this area. So I might need to move those freezers again. But it also means that, it gives me, you know, it gives me an idea of where I should put my bedroom. I think I'll probably carve out a nook here where my bedroom will be. I won't really move the bed at all. Yeah, it's basically a campfire that's indoor safe. Exactly. Oh man, where's this cork board going? There's like nowhere that this corkboard can go. It will go outside then. It does this with this corkboard not being able to be placed anywhere useful. It does sort of let us know that decorating would be relatively impossible to do. Let me get to sleep. God, I'm so tired. I'll back up after I save, because there's no chance that I die in this base anymore. Not while sleeping. Oh yeah, my father-in-law still has a wood stove in his house that he uses to heat, and it's a modern house. It's, you know, modern. People still use it constantly, and pellet heaters are pretty common too. All right, doing a quick backup. So the science is good. That means for the bedroom, if I want a bedroom, the size doesn't matter. All that matters is the proximity to the stove. Now, the other thing is, I do want to test one other thing. Does the heat travel between walls? Is it pure radius, or is it constrained by walls? Because if it's constrained by walls, I'll want to put the heater inside the bedroom, and that will change the way I lay out my heaters. And if they're not constrained by walls, then I'm free to just sort of heat however I want to heat. But it does seem to give about a 30-degree Fahrenheit boost. And doesn't matter if it's inside or outside. So all really, really important information. And also, yeah, maybe test if it's above and below floors. So let's do a little bit more science. I wouldn't say this is hard science, it's very soft science, but a little bit more science to figure that out. All right, so we'll do a door floor test now. Finally found a sledge. Yes, I did. And saw the beautiful base that I've got now. And the empty floor here. So we'll stick the oven down here and see if it goes through these walls. And what is roughly above that? Well, I mean, whatever's roughly above that is the kitchen. So we'll see if it travels up through floors too. So some scrap wood and some rip sheets. Inman and Sailed Pandora, thanks for the follows. And really, probably everyone else I missed. Kevin, Evil Dangos, Cave Mobster. Welcome, guys. Here's a little bit of Yoda love for you all. I apologize for not noticing in time. Add fuel. It's so cute. Alright, boom. That is hot cooking. It is constrained by walls as far as I can tell. Nope. It's coming out this door. But only out the door. I close the door and it gets cold. I open the door and it's warm again. So I think it's reasonable to say it's not going to work through the floor. But I'll check. Climb, you dummy. Yeah, it's not working through the floor, obviously. Okay, so it's constrained by walls. Now here's the thing. Can I... bedroom open wall concept. So the idea is to use fences as like half walls. Do you want me to use fences as half walls so that I don't have the wall barriers while building one of the too hot to pick up put out, while building the bedrooms, and that way the heat can travel between the bedroom. Like, I'd like to have one of these in my bedroom, but I don't want... I guess the concept is, see these fences here? To set up fences so that I have, like, walls and then fences so that the heat can travel through, you know, because the heat will travel through fences. It just won't travel through walls. The full walls that block line of sight block heat. And I think it will travel through fences. So I will check to make sure it travels through fences, but I'm like 90% sure it will, given my current understanding. And then I'll design a bedroom that can utilize the physics of the ovens best. Because I don't want to have a heater just for my bedroom if then all it can ever heat is my bedroom, because I don't spend a lot of time in the bedroom. So here, we'll add scrap wood and light. All right, it's warm. It's still warm. It travels through windows and fences, no problem. It wouldn't be a proper room. I could also use windows, I think. Again, conjecture. But I can test that out now. Once I'm allowed to pick this up, because it's too hot right now. So if alternatively, what I could have is I could have windows lining. So it is a proper room, but only if it tests positive. It depends on the result of this poll and a result of science. So we're doing a whole lot of science here, aren't we? I like it. Thank you for watching Ash Williams' Project Zomboid, which originally aired live on Twitch. If you have any feedback for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream, Rhadamant.com has all the resources you need. Thank you so very much for watching. I hope to catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, everybody.